In 1937, Adolf Hitler commissioned architect Albert Speer to design the largest building ever conceived, the Volkshalle People's Hall. A dome so massive, it would hold 180,000 people standing. So tall, it would create its own weather inside. This is the story of Nazi Germany's architectural madness that, thankfully, never rose from Berlin's soil. Hitler wanted Germania, a rebuilt Berlin that would be the capital of a 1,000-year Reich. The Volkshalle would be its centerpiece. The numbers were insane: 950 feet tall, 825 feet in diameter. St. Peter's Basilica could fit inside 16 times over. The dome alone would weigh 200,000 tons, supported by concrete pillars larger than Egyptian pyramids. A single oculus at the top, 150 feet wide, would illuminate the interior. Nazi rallies of unprecedented size would fill the space, dwarfing the people inside to insignificance. Speer designed grand stairs leading to the entrance, each step requiring effort to climb, making visitors feel small before even entering. Inside, marble walls would rise 400 feet. Acoustics engineers warned that echoes would make speeches unintelligible, but Hitler didn't care. Scale mattered more than function. The building would anchor a 5-mile-long grand boulevard, wider than the Champs-Élysées, everything designed to overwhelm, to intimidate, to demonstrate Nazi power. Architecture as propaganda on an unprecedented scale. But Berlin had a fatal flaw: it's built on swampland. Speer knew the ground couldn't support the weight. So in 1941, they built Schwerbelastungskörper, a massive concrete cylinder weighing 12,000 tons, a test load to measure how much the ground would sink. The results were devastating. The ground sank 4 inches in just months. Engineers calculated the Volkshalle would sink 6 feet per year. Within a decade, the entrance would be underground. Within 20 years, the dome would collapse into the earth. Then came the engineering impossibility. The dome's weight would require a foundation going 300 feet deep, deeper than Berlin's water table. Pumps would need to run constantly, forever, just to keep the foundation from flooding. One pump failure would mean catastrophic structural failure. And there was the weather problem engineers had warned about. Computer models done decades later showed the interior would generate its own rain clouds. Human breath and body heat from 180,000 people would create condensation. It would literally rain inside the building during rallies. But none of this mattered. By 1943, World War II consumed all resources. Concrete and steel went to bunkers and tanks, not megalomaniac monuments. The Volkshalle remained a model on Speer's desk, as Berlin burned around him. Today, only the Schwerbelastungskörper remains, a 12,000-ton reminder of architectural insanity. It still stands in Berlin, slowly sinking into the swamp, proving the engineers were right all along. The Volkshalle was more than just an unbuilt building. It was a monument to ego, to totalitarianism, to the belief that propaganda could overcome physics. Thank God it stayed on paper. Some architectural visions deserve to remain unbuilt. This was one of them. This was Unbuilt Visions, the architecture that never was.